Good afternoon and welcome to the Stones Bitter Second Division Championship game, Swinton versus Keighley. First of all, the Keighley line-up this afternoon: number 1 Keith Dixon, number 2 Pat Mitchell, number 3 John Collis, number 4 John Donnelly and number 5 Owen Simpson. The halfbacks are Mick Burke and Paul Moses, and at number 8 Kevin Rose, number 9 Hayden Kelly, number 10 Dave Cox, number 11 Mark Fairbank, number 12 Carlton Farrell, and at loose forward Andy Gascoigne. The Keighley subs this afternoon are number 14 Gary Coulter and number 15 Andy Fairbank. And now the unbeaten Swinton lineup is number 1 Johnson, number 2 Ranson, number 3 Edwards, number 4 Snape and number 5 Scott. The halfbacks are number 6 Kerr and number 7 Hancock. The forwards, number 8 Street, number 9 Peacham, number 10 Purcell, number 11 Allen, number 12 Tapia and number 13 Morrison. The subs are Melling and Capewell. Your commentator this afternoon is Ian Fairhurst, and on camera Billy Fish.
Afternoon and welcome to Station Road, the home of Swinton, for today's second division fixture between Swinton and Keighley. Swinton, playing right to left here in their blue shirts, have just kicked off through their fullback Chris Johnson. To his opposite number Keith Dixon, aiming to bring the ball away from his own 25. Dave Cox getting an early touch as he takes it up. The tackling is firm and sure, and there's not much progress being made at the moment. I have with me at my right hand side Norman Smith, who's going to help me with the commentary and give some summarising as we go along. Good afternoon, Norman.
Hello there, Ian. A lovely day for the game, and I think we should see an open game today. There's nothing to stop it being open, is there?
No, the conditions appearing to be perfect. They pitch in good condition, nice and sunny, dry and very little wind. The long kick fielded by Johnson there, the number 1 of Swinton. And ground gain from acting half by winger Scott Ranson, who came inside, and the ball is played quickly. Big Tim Street, big blonde prop forward, ex-Lee player, who tries to pass it out of the back door but is picked up by Andy Gascoigne. So Keighley now in possession, about 40 yards from the try line, with the ball with Dave Cox taking it up. The ball is switched back from Hayden Kelly, finds Burke, picks up new Keighley, New Zealand signing, John Collis, his first touch of the ball. But again, the tackling, sure and firm by Swinton. Moses kicks over the top. Was fumbled there by fullback Johnson, and Keighley have regained possession. The ball should be back to 1 here. Keith Dixon in possession, now inside the 25. Referee David Carter signals ball back to 1. 6 more tackles for Keighley. The ball with Fairbank finds second rower Carlton Farrell. Carlton Farrell moved from the centre into the second row for this afternoon's game, wearing number 12 on his back. And the ball is now coming left through Mick Burke, picks up John Collis, well held on the 25 there, tackled by Tony Morrison, the Swinton skipper. Here's Moses, jinking and diving, trying to get the ball out. Again, it's held up. Farrell picked up, finds get possession, and they're quite prepared to throw the ball out wide. They've picked up Ranson again over on the far side. It's a couple of good runs he's had so far this half. He's been well involved in the game, and Keighley caught lacking at marker again. Number 4 centre, Steve Snape, goes round the side of marker, gains some yardage. Swinton bringing the ball up to the halfway mark. There's a gap opened up. Hancock. Peacham with a juggling act. Keeps possession for his side. And a penalty given against Peacham for an infringement at the play the ball. And Mick Burke has called up Keith Dixon to have a pot at goal. So, with a penalty here, Keighley have a chance to put their first points of the game on the board, and it's made a little bit easier by somebody talking back to the referee, and he's taken them another 10 yards. So this is bang in front of the sticks, 25 metres out.
After 15 minutes.
So the Keighley fullback, Keith Dixon, has the opportunity to put his side in front with this penalty goal, left-footed, up his steps, and he's pulled it. He's pulled it across the face of the goal. Linesman signal no goal. Play will be restarted with a dropout.
I thought he'd have gone in from here, Ian.
They always look easy from up here, Norman. But in all honesty, Keith will be disappointed with that one. Should have done better there. But the ball has gone dead, and Keighley do have possession again with John Collis. The chance for them to put the Swinton defence under more pressure. Collis appears a little bit groggy, took a knock in the tackle there. And he's certainly in back play at the moment, out of it, waiting for attention. In which he receives attention, looks to have a knock, but Keighley again using the kicking game to push the ball down into the Swinton 25, and a bad knock on there by the Swinton fullback is fortuitous for Keighley. It's head and ball to Keighley, so a chance again now. Scrum down, and the referee has penalised Keighley, so the chance that they had to put the Swinton team under pressure is now gone. So after a quarter of an hour, it's still Swinton 0, Keighley 0.
Have the referees got more keen this season on putting the ball in the scrum, Ian? They seem to me as if they're blowing up far more than they did last season.
I think you'll find, Norman, that referees are keen on scrums at the beginning of every season. The whole thing goes on for the first couple of games, and then they seem to settle that down and we get back into the old ways again. And they like to create an impression early on, in my opinion, to the referees. Swinton bringing the ball down this near side touchline with number 4, Steve Snape, who finds Scott inside, who jinks back and is keeping going there. Well played by the Swinton winger, who gets the ball out, finds Peacham, picks up Hancock. The ball is thrown right to Logan Edwards, the big Kiwi, who's striding out, finds the ball and the man's held up. Desperate defence from Keighley there. As the back row forward and the ball is moved out right, picks up the winger who's put the ball down. Letter for Keighley there, Norman.
It was. It looked a good try there until we saw him drop it. They put on a lot of pressure there, and Keighley didn't just nail them at the right time.
Well, the move actually was initiated by left winger Terry Scott, who strong, powerful midfield run. It was carried on there, moved out to the other wing, where Scott Ranson did a juggling act to put the ball down as he was in an attempt to go over in the corner. Anyway, the resultant penalty from the scrum has given a chance for Keighley to relieve the pressure on them a little bit. That's the first time, really, Swinton have put the Keighley defence under pressure. And it came from a winger cutting inside and squirming and wriggling away in the tackle. So Keighley driving the ball away. Kevin Rose, big number 8. He's in the action again as Rose. That's 2 out of the 3 drives he's taken. We need another forward to get in on the act. So they decide not to bother with that, but use a kicking game again. Burt kicks downfield, but is well picked up by Scott. Again, who comes in field, but this time is well held by Moses and Collis. So Hancock, switching the ball blind, finds Purcell. Is well tackled by Gascoigne here, just inside the Keighley half. And chap in the head guard, that's Shane Tapia. Morrison. Wrapped up by Fairbank and Farrell. There is the ball, well picked up there by the blonde centre. Snape picked that ball up well, but his ultimate pass was not forward. And from the scramble, Keighley have been awarded a penalty. Penalty kick with Keith Dixon.
Well, they look two evenly matched sides so far, Ian. There's nothing coming from either of them to suggest who's going to get on top.
No, there's nothing much between the sides at the moment. Both defences on top. So after 20 minutes of the first half, it's still 0-0. Both sides, I would think, have had one chance apiece through their wingmen. Keighley through Owen Simpson and Swinton through Scott Ranson, and both wingmen actually having put the ball down when they had the opportunities. So it's still 0-0, but Swinton have the ball in possession on their 25. Andy Purcell driving in. Peacham goes acting half, misses a man out, finds Tim Street, runs the ball in hard, and they're about 14 metres from the Keighley try line. Tapia switches it back and finds Hancock, who wriggles out of a tackle. It is brought down. Now they're just 10 metres away from the line. Stand-off half, shows the ball, finds Steve Snape. Blonde centre is held up well by Kelly. Desperately close now. Keighley are going to have to defend their line well. They have to get down into the tackle quickly, finding big Tim Street. It's on the last tackle. The defence has held firm so far. What will happen from this? Last tackle, it's a wide ball, and it's intercepted by Kevin Rose.
Who wanted a fast man there?
In an attempt to put the ball out wide, Kevin Rose came in quickly. Shoney was moving up well in defence and saved his side there with the interception. Keighley now with the ball. Moses looking for a forward. Turns it inside to find Fairbank there. And another few yards gained. Pushed out wide. Burke misses a man out. Finds Gascoigne, picks up Collis. The ball is put down the floor, but back, says referee Carter. Keighley a little bit tied in their own 25 at the moment. Gascoigne looking for support. Nothing there. So the ball is mowed back to Keith Dixon. Punches it downfield. And I can't say the fullback's having too happy a time fielding the kicks at the moment.
Well, he's made a bloomer of one or two, hasn't he?
He certainly has. Here comes Snape. Well tackled by Farrell. The job finished off by Fairbank and Kelly. Hancock picks up Tapia. John Kerr finds number 11, John Allen. Hancock to Allen. To Kerr, brings it back inside. That's Scott Ranson again, the wingers playing a part with these infield runs. And it's the last tackle. Morrison looks to unload the ball there, and the last tackle in desperation. It goes to the floor. Keighley have possession. But the tackling is firm and solid again. Keighley at the moment looking a little bit bogged down here. They have an option. kicking or moving the ball wide. Dixon decides to kick, gets a lucky rebound and picks up Donnelly, who's sprinting forward, bounces off one tackle. That one looked a little bit high. But it's been good yardage for Keighley, and the referee waves the tackle count back to 1. So what can Keighley put on now here after 24 minutes with the score 0-0? Into their half and a set of 6 tackles to come. Gascoigne well held there by Morrison and Hancock. Keighley lost a little ground there. Tackling's defence of Swinton good. Moving into the tackle well, they're getting 2 and 3 men into the tackle, and certainly defence is on top so far.
Yeah, Burke's getting some nice kicks in. He's gaining a lot of ground with his kicks. Saves a lot of work for them.
Kerr bringing the ball away for Swinton. He finds a gap, picks up Edwards. He's looking as well, always carrying the ball one hand there. And Dixon covered well. Now then, Peacham with a break here, looking for support. Moses takes him down. Swinton bringing the ball out right, looking a little bit dangerous from that resultant scrum. And it's the winger who tries to kick over the top. Nothing's come of the kick. Keighley regained possession. Down in their, deep in their own 25. Kevin Rose taking the ball up. Looks for another forward, finds Fairbank. Jinks back inside to the play the ball area. He finds Rose in support. And a good 15 metres gain there by the Keighley forwards. Gascoigne coming into the line, fires a long ball out for Farrell. Elton Farrell, a strong lad. No way through the defence there. It's Collis kicks over. Oh, fails to regather the kick, and it's put Swinton in a position to counter-attack. Through Johnson, the full-back, finds Edwards, picks up number 5, Scott, who's trying to take on Owen Simpson on the outside. Well taken by Simpson, who pulls him and drags him into touch. And a scrum down given there. An exciting piece of play, the most open part of the game so far, with a kick by John Collis, which he failed to recover. Swinton counter-attack through the full-back. Johnson, who handed it on to the winger. And with little confrontation over on the far side there between 2 left wingers, Scott, Ranson and Simpson. Ranson tried to take Simpson on the outside, test him out for pace, and he didn't win that particular battle because Simpson wrapped him up and put him into touch. So Keighley on the attack. Through Gascoigne, who hands on to Rose. Looks to draw the support. He finds Moses in support. A lovely try as Moses skips in there for the opening try of the game to Keighley. Good try, good support, good backing up. And Keighley are on the board with the first try to Paul Moses at 4-0. You enjoyed that one, Norman?
It was a good try, that. It looked to try all the way, and that was after 37 minutes. So it gives us a bit of a lip up now. It's a relatively easy kick at goal, so we should be 6 points, I think, after this. But a really good break.
Yeah, Gascoigne initiated the break, fed on to Kevin Rose, who made the right option when he had Paul Moses on his shoulder inside for support. He drew the full-back to him, popped the ball up for little Paul Moses, who skipped away gleefully to the line, and Keith Dixon tags on the 2 points. So Keighley in front at the moment by 6 points to 0 after 29 minutes of the game.
thought Paul Moses ran into an intelligent position there. He didn't try to get too close to give him plenty of room when the pass came.
That's right. It was the classic 2-on-1 situation, and credit must be given, I think, to Kevin Rose for timing his pass at the right time and taking the right option to put the supporting player through on his way to the line. So Keighley, an encouraging start here at 6 points to the good. Just coming up to the half-hour mark in the game. The game at the moment, after defence has been on top in the early part, now starting to open out a little bit. But as we say, the defences have been quite good up to press, highlighted there by that crunching tackle on Dave Cox by number 11, John Allen. Fairbank playing the ball, it's fed back to Burke, who kicks right-footed again, trying to turn the fullback round, which he has done successfully. Johnson this time recovers well and having to bring the ball back, and if Keighley can nail him down in his own 25 here, which they've managed to do, all the Swinton forwards have to make the long trek back into their own 25 to bring the ball away. Relieving run there by Scott.
Keighley got the ball, I think.
Left winger. Oh, has lost the ball in the process. Full marks to John Collins, who's pinched the ball there. And the ball is moved out right here with Dixon. Tries to pick up Pat Mitchell on the right. He has done. Pat Mitchell trying to skip away, skipped out of a tackle, and he's going to go in at the corner. Well, what a start there. The ball was pinched by New Zealander John Collis. It was moved out wide to the right, and congratulations must go, I think, to Keith Dixon, who realised that the Swinton defence were a little bit short on this side. He threw out a long pass, found Pat Mitchell, skipped out of the second row man's tackle, and scored his first try for Keighley. That's right winger Pat Mitchell on loan from Leeds. So just after 31 minutes, Keighley now in the lead by 10 points to 0.
It was a good try. He bounced off that second row man that came in for him, but there was a big gap there, and Keighley saw that big gap and got it out to him.
Full marks there, I think, to Keith Dixon, who threw the long ball. Well taken by Mitchell. And that's put Keighley now 10 points up, with the kick to come here by Dixon. It's left-footed, but it's pulled to the near of the post, so there's no conversion to the try. So now with 9 minutes of this half remaining, the score Swinton 0, Keighley 10. Certainly cause for concern for the Keighley coach, the Swinton coach, Jim Krellin, who's now his side have gone 10 points behind, have got both his substitutes out warming up. He's obviously not happy. We're delighted, and let's hope the good work can continue. Keighley in possession. Cox, well held by Allen. His tackling has been a feature of the game for me, as Allen. High work rate in the second row so far for Swinton. Now Johnson, who feels the kick, links up with Kerr, turns the ball inside to the winger Scott, who's held. Edwards is coming field, looking for more work, and he's managed to get the ball forward, which is knocked to the ground by Gary Peacham and picked up by Aidan Kelly, and the referee, Mr. Carter, deems that play can go on. Ball was bouncing around loose there at the time. I thought he'd have put him down for the scrum, but he said play on. Oh, Keith Dixon lost the ball in the tackle with Allen, and put Swinton in the driving seat at the moment, with possession inside the Keighley 25. Street bringing the ball forward, but he's well tackled by Rose. Peacham goes acting half, finds Kerr, picks up to Peer. who's made a gap through, skipped out of a tackle. Well wrapped up by Dixon. Good tackle by Dixon. To Pearcane the ball and Peacham from acting half. Well, a bit of a mismatch there from the Swinton side. The ball all over the place, but they luckily got the ball back with Allen, who feeds Snape, who's gone round Farrell. And Pat Mitchell having to come inside and cover up. Referee waves back to 1. Here comes left winger Scott, who's held short of the line. 2 tackles gone. Scrum half Hancock. Taken by Moses and Kelly. Peacham looks for the big man driving forward. Defence is firm and held up again. There's a big pile of players down there, right on the Keighley try line. So the ball moved right. Hancock picks up Kerr, looks for Johnson in the line. Good tackling by the Keighley defence there. Burke and Collis read the fullback coming in, and it's last tackle, Morrison. And he's held the ball up, nothing's come of it. He's lost it. Keighley regained possession. Now they're going to have to slow the game down a little bit. Take the ball steadily and methodically away from the 25, then get out of this danger area. That's exactly what they're doing through Fairbanks, who's a good charge there, has gained a good 10-12 yards for his side. Here comes Farrell, eager for work, but not really coming onto the ball, so doesn't gain much yardage. Here comes Collis, who's made a bit of a blunder there with the ball in his hands. It's been picked up by Hancock, who's ankle tapped by Gascoigne. And Keighley under pressure here. Kerr looks for Snape. And he's tackled into touch by Dave Cox. My goodness, that was close.
It was very, very near that. I think it was a little bit debatable whether it was this side of the line or the other side of the line in touch.
Yeah, John Kerr, the Swinton number 6 with the ball in his hands, looking to bring his winger inside. Took the ball on his own and was bundled into touch by David Cox. And the penalty's gone against Keighley here for feeding. So, Swinton now with the crowd, trying to urge them on behind me. They're moving the ball out right through Edwards, finds Donnelly. Jason Donnelly wraps him up. Edwards becoming prominent more and more in this game, this big centre. He's taken down by Rose. The ball is played for Peacham, who's trying to skip away from acting half. Luckily for Keighley, the wingers made a hash of it. The ball was knocked on. And we can clear our lines if we play it sensibly.
Escapes there. There's been 1 or 2 moves by them that's come unstuck and given Keighley the ball, or otherwise it could have been points for them.
Well, there's a saying in this game, Norman, that you make your own luck.
You do.
So let's hope we can capitalise on our luck this afternoon. We're 10 points to the good at the moment. We've certainly looked after the ball better than Swinton.
Yes, it was just a dangerous few minutes down there.
Keighley clearing the lines with a kick from Keith Dixon. Puts the ball downfield. And Johnson runs it back to the halfway line, where he's brought down by Moses. Street breaks through Kevin Rose's tackle, but not Carlton Farrell's, and Mick Burke wraps him up the top. Hancock finds Purcell Willing. But there's about 3 minutes to go of this half, and Keighley 10 points to the good, and it'll be a big psychological boost for them if they can go in not allowing Swinton on the score sheet. Swinton, I think, have other ideas. As Morrison takes the ball onto the 25, gets up, plays it. Peacham goes acting half again. Kerr looking to bring his men out. Finds a long ball. My goodness, it's all over the place at the moment. And Keighley have possession. A real scrappy piece of play there. The ball bouncing about like a ping pong ball there. Anyway, we've come up with possession. Kevin Rose, a good strong run by Rose, has cleared his line well there. having a good game, Kevin Rose.
Yes, he is. He's big enough. I think we're a little bit short of weight in some of the forwards, but he's certainly pulling his weight.
Now Swinton back in possession with Hancock. Gascoigne makes up for his mistake by wrapping up the number 7, Hancock. Tim Street going forward, looking to unload again. We're under a little bit of pressure here. The tackling's been good so far, but there's a gap for number 11. John Allen, who's just held short now. Kerr, stand-off half, finds Edwards. Big Logan Edwards trying to get his winger away, which he manages to get the ball to him. It's knocked down by Dixon in the tackle. It should be back to 1, I think. It is. Referee Carter signalling back to 1, so we're under the cosh again. Purcell trying to burst through. And there goes the hooter. And a try has been given right on the hooter. Hancock, the scrum half, diving over on the hooter. And a try has been given.
As the hooter went, they was 5 yards out and they took the ball and went over the try.
The try scorer there for the Lions, number 7, Mike Hancock.
I think Keith tended to just freeze a little bit when the hooter went. They just seemed to relax that little bit, thinking, oh, we've saved it. But the ball isn't dead until it's finished play.
Well, possibly a lapse in concentration as the hooter went there, and Hancock seized on it, picked the ball up from acting half and forced his way over. And Johnson tries to tack on the 2 points, but he hasn't managed that. So at half-time, the score is Swinton 4, Keighley 10.
Half-time substitutions. First of all, on the Swinton side, number 14, Alec Melling, was replaced number 9, Gary Beecher.
So as we're ready to start the second half here with Keighley 10 points to 4 to the good. There's a couple of substitutions on both sides. Donnelly being replaced by Gary Coulter on the Keighley side, and Mellin on a substitute for Swinton. Dixon to kick off. And the ball is being brought away by Shane Tapir in the head guard. And Morrison driving the ball out hard. Keighley, who defended, tackled well in the first half, with Kevin Rose having an outstanding tackle count of 21 tackles in the first half. He's the top Keighley tackler at the moment with 21 tackles, followed up by Mark Fairbank, who made 16. And I have a feeling they're going to have to need all the tackling they can get in this second half if they're going to weather the storm and come away with the points. There's that man Rose, who's had an outstanding game for me so far. Eager for work on attack and defence. Burke kicking out of his own half, but only as far as the halfway line. He finds right winger Scott Ranson. The chase was good. Coulter immediately involved in the action. Mellin going acting half, finds big Tim Street again, was taking it up. Here comes the other prop, Purcell. And all the forwards, Swinton forwards, having a touch of the ball there as they're taking it in. It's on the last tackle now. The ball's with Kerr, who attempts a drop goal. It's charged down by Keighley. And only as far as John Collis. Again, he looks a bit groggy, does John Collis. Whether he's taken that knock in the first half, whether it's taken its toll, we don't know. He's looking a little bit groggy out there at the moment. Fairbank meets a blue wall. There's no ground. Here's Rose, finds Gary Coulter, and it's the last tackle. So it'll be a kick.
Should be.
Finds Moses, puts the ball back to Dixon, who kicks it. Again, Johnson, but this time the fullback didn't have to turn around for the ball, so it's an easier task for him to run it out. He's just managed to be pulled down there by Gascoigne on the first tackle. Big Kiwi centre Edwards, who looked a danger man in the first half as he came more and more into the game from that centre position. One to watch out for Edwards, number 3 on his back there. There goes Purcell. Again, prepared to share the work out. These Swinton forwards all having a go before Hancock and Kerr pick up on the action, 2 half-backs. Here it comes, Kerr. Run round move with Tapia. Skips away from the tackle, throws the ball over the top and picks up right winger Ranson. But he's well held this time by Simpson and Gascoigne. It's the 6th tackle indicated by the referee, so it's a turnover. 6 tackles in rugby league and the ball is turned over to the opposition. Oh, and Gary Coulter's had the ball lost or stolen, and it's well picked up there by Morrison, who throws out a wild pass and it's gone forward. The referee must rule that as a forward pass, which he has done.
Oh, let off there for us.
Ball knocked forward into the tackle.
Coulter losing the ball, wasn't it? That.
Young Gary Coulter, probably on his 2nd touch of the ball, lost it, put his side under pressure. But we've got a penalty from the scrum. Referee Carter indicating a head going in there, which is what I thought scrums were for. But I think Mr. Carter's indicating that the Swinton hooker tried to steal the head. So it's Keighley now, trying to bring the ball away from their own half. They need to share the workload out with the forwards, just as the Swinton forwards have done for their half-backs, and they're bringing it right. Burke picks up Farrell. Collis looks to find Simpson. The ball's put down, and Simpson has recovered the ball well, but the referee right on the spot with his linesman deems that the ball was forward, so they'll go to scrum here, right underneath our camera position here, with head and ball to Swinton. Again, possession. Kerr brings his winger inside. It's well read by Burke. And here comes these rampaging Swinton forwards again, bringing the ball up. Number 11, John Allen, struggling to get to his feet. And rather unfortunate penalty against Keighley there. 14, Alex Mellin losing the ball, but the referee are judging that Mark Fairbanks, in his position at the tackle or from the tackle, had interfered at the play of the ball. So with this resultant penalty, Swinton down now in the Keighley 25 with a set of 6 to come. Bringing the ball forward with Purcell. Kerr, this busiest little standoff half, works a double run round and they pick up the man Tapia, who finds Morrison well at his elbow. Well tackled by Moses. Now then, the ball is right, it's thrown backwards but picked up by Edwards, a powerful centre, and that's a good tackle from Collis. Here comes Street on the charge. Held short. Again, tackling was quite good there by the Keighley defence. Credit where credit's due. These Swinton forwards are big and strong and powerful, and but they've been well met so far in this game by Keighley, who've given as good as they've got. Dixon in his own 25. Keighley need to look after the ball here. It's important that they don't put themselves under pressure. So Dixon decides to kick out of the 25. Again, it's not gone that far. Johnson's picked it up on the charge and he skips round Fairbank. He's drawing Collis to him. He's turned him inside out. Before he's taken down. Ex-Lee man Chris Johnson there. Had a good run. And here's Hancock trying to wriggle out of a tackle. He has done. He gets it out the back door, passes inside to substitute Mellin, who's brought down 10 metres short. Here comes Swinton. Ball left with Kerr looking to pick up a runner. Finds Snape, who jinks back inside. He's still going as Snape. And they're all a big pile of players down there. Look to have a set move on. They're picking up Tim Street, who's barged over for a try. About 10 metres to the side of the Keighley post. The forwards of Swinton there had driven for position, and then they'd set a planned move up with dummy runners going one side and then picking up big blonde Tim Street, the number 8, who came short off the acting half-back and ploughed his way over for a try to Swinton.
11 less scores in the kick stays.
Well, it puts them back in the game now at 8-10 with the kick to come, and we could be all square again here.
I think they must have had a rousing at half-time, Swinton, because they've certainly come out fired up in this second half.
And the 2 points are added on, so we're back at even Stevens now at 10 points apiece. So just under 10 minutes of this half gone. And we're all level. Now we've everything to play for here. Must be said that in these first 10 minutes of this half, Swinton have enjoyed territorial possession. Had more of the ball. And a bad mistake there by right winger Ranson as lack of concentration from the kickoff. So it means this side have to restart with a dropout from under their own posts. And Keighley should have possession. Can we get back into this game now? Fairbank retrieving the ball, but he's lost it on the first tackle and the ball's gone loose. Come up with it with Purcell, who's skipped away. My goodness, there's a penalty going to be given to Swinton here. Gary Coulter went up high on Street. Mr. Carter's going to call number 14 Gary Coulter out there. Swinging arm. And the locals are restless here. You can hear them picking the noise tempo up, willing their side on. So here comes Swinton with Street. Now then, something's gone on there. The right winger Ranson talking to the referee. So in the space of 2 minutes, Ranson has put his side under pressure twice, when Swinton should have been putting Keighley under pressure. So this is a chance now for Keighley to relieve the pressure. Cox taking the ball up on the first tackle. Is met by Tapea and Street. And he's felt one in the tackle there. The exchanges are very tough at the moment in the forwards. Here comes Gascoigne, picks up Burke. Just to bounce the tackle it off, but 3 men in there at the tackle. Here comes Gascoigne, switched it inside, finds Kelly's, made a little break, picked up Moses. Moses going through, gets the 25, he's looking for support. Oh, and the ball's been put down in his attempt to pass it out wide. He hit the Swinton player, and Swinton have come up with the ball in their own 25. A good little break there by Kelly, who fed Moses in support, but it's gone to waste, and Swinton coming back now with Morrison. The game's certainly lived up now, Norman.
It has, yes. I wondered there if the kick had been better than the pass.
Well, that's just what Swinton's done, and Keith Dixon have picked the ball up for Keighley, but he's been driven back there by the Swinton tacklers. Kelly going from acting half and gained a few valuable yards. It's certainly a much all-action game in the first 5-6 minutes of this half.
Oh, fetching Cox off, I think. Andy Fairbank for Cox.
Assistant coach Peter Asprey out with the numbers. Keighley attempting to make the substitution. Here it comes now. It's number 15, Andy Fairbank, will replace Dave Cox at 10. You'll probably find it'll be a straight swap. Here comes Fairbank taking the ball up. First time. Here comes Rose for the second drive. The edge a little bit closer to Keighley. Looks like they're going to put something on the blind side. Picks up Burke on the blind, finds Dixon, comes in field. Just short. So 3 tackles gone. And we're just metres from the Swinton line. Here comes Moses, but he's going nowhere from there. The Swinton defence covers round him. Kelly tries a kick through. Nothing comes of that, so we'll restart with a tap on the 25. Keighley are going to have to reform. Looking a bit short over on the right-hand side. The lads have got to get their heads back, get back into line, and now get down to the job of defending and working and tackling, which they've done in numbers there. Collis, Rose and Fairbank in. Take the first tackle. To Pear. Dancing inside. He's gained a good 10 for his team. Here comes the blonde number 8 Street. Powerful forward, this fella. Takes some pulling down. And Mick Burks rips the ball out in the tackle. Mr. Carter's penalised him for it. So Swinton now with the penalty and a set of 6 to come. Got a chance to get down into the Keighley 25. Purcell charging in, well met by Rose and Fairbank. And the ball picked up there by Morrison. Again, a good tackle round the legs by Coulter. Switching it back to the blind side with Hancock. As well met. Keighley defence being tested here. Acting half, Mellin trying to go on his own. He's held up just short, very close to the line here. He's going to spin out as Hancock. And he lost the ball just as he was going over the try line. It was fielded by Coulter, but he managed to save the ball, did Gary Coulter, but he's tackled behind his own line, so Keighley have to drop out under their own posts.
There's been some near-do's today. There could have been quite a lot more points if things had come off for both sides.
There's been a lot of close shaves close to the line, hasn't there, Norman?
It has. Oh, that's nasty.
The dropouts. Gone as far as Snape. Was tackled by Carlton Farrell. Here comes Kerr. Picks up his second row forward to Pear. Kerr again from acting half-back, tries to find Street, but the ball, not a good pass from John Kerr, and the ball's gone to ground, and Mick Burke retrieves for Keighley. So we've had 12 minutes of this half, and it's all square at 10 points apiece.
Keighley's kicking in this half hasn't been as good as it was in the first half. They aren't getting the distance at all.
Well, I also think there's a slight breeze
Might be a bit of
struck
breeze.
up since the game started now. I mean, the little breeze that there is now against Keighley. But here comes Dixon, but that is not a good kick. In fact, he's only gained about 5 metres with that kick. It sliced off the edge of Keith Dixon's boot. So they're going to go to scrum here. About 25 metres from the Keighley line. Down the go. And referee Carter penalises Andy Gascoigne for breaking out before the ball came. So that's an offside decision. It's a penalty to Swinton. So Keighley's defence going to get another examination here. How are they going to fare this time? Winger Ranson takes it on his own from the tap. Obviously Swinton will be looking to set something up from a set play. So the number 10 has driven to the post. Looks like something's going to be set up from this. It's a switch with number 12 coming up close, and it's over. Shane Tapia, New Zealander at number 12 for Swinton, has come off from a set move from the penalty. It looked like dummy runners going left and right. He came from the blind side to open and picked up a short ball off the acting half and plunged over by the posts to put his side in front at 14 points to 10.
With an easy kick goal. So it's they're going to be trailing by 6 points with 20 minutes to go now. Have they got the stamina to come back and get some more points on the board? Over the last 20 minutes I feel that Swinton has been the better side. Yes, that's a goal kick, so it's 16 points to 10 in favour of Swinton.
Swinton have certainly upped the tempo in this second half. We're halfway through it now, and they've managed to take the lead at 16 points to 10. What Keighley really need now is some more possession and a chance to open the ball out now on this wide field. See if we could get our backs running and backs into play. But to do that, they need the ball, and it's something they've not had a lot of in this second half. Certainly they've enjoyed, Swinton that is, have enjoyed a lion's share of possession here. Their forwards have been coming strong and hard. And a needless penalty given.
That was silly.
Now that, to me, was a stupid penalty given away by Andy Fairbank. He's trying to say that he bit him now. But the penalty given away there has now put his side under pressure. If he finds touch from the kick, Keighley are having to defend now again. So going to have to show a lot of grit and courage and resolve if they're going to keep these Swinton forwards at bay. They're running hard and strong at the moment. None more so than this man, number 12, Tapia, and this fella, number 8, Tim Street, who's looking to offload, and he does. He's picked up Hancock, who's dancing around, throws it out to Allen, and Snape has put that ball down, but he's got away with it, and the referee is deeming that that is play on. I thought that went forward a little bit. But, here comes Morrison. Kerr and Hancock working well, these two little half-backs for Swinton at the moment. The ball's been lost in the tackle and picked up by Gascoigne, who finds Simpson now then. Trying to skip inside, but there's no room for Owen Simpson. Top try scorer for Keighley this season, with 5. Let's hope he can add to that total today. He certainly could do with a Simpson special at the moment to get them back into this game. 6 points adrift. But the game far from over yet. About 80 minutes of this game left. Swinton 16, Keighley 10. Here comes Coulter, substitute forward. Well held there in the tackle. And Burke looking to open out play. They're doing the right thing by Keighley now. They're looking to open it out. Collis finds Simpson, who ducks under the tackle. Gets the ball out to Burke. Finds Mark Fairbank, but nowhere to go there at Mark Fairbank. Melling wraps him up. He's in at the tackle, and here comes the last one. Dixon tries a little grubber throw on the floor. Picked up by Hancock though. And trying to make inroads is the winger, number 5, Terry Scott. He dances out of a tackle, beats 2 or 3 men. Good infield run from his side. It's been a feature of his game this afternoon. And Edwards are rampaging away here, picks up his opposite centre, Snape. Well tackled by Dixon, but he manages to get the ball back to Edwards. And he's gone over, but Mr. Carter, right, Johnny on the spot there, says that pass was forward. And he's going to call them back to scrum because of the forward pass.
Another near-do.
Keighley a little bit under the cosh at the moment. They've had some desperate defending to do in this half. And they've lost the ball in their own 25. On the second tackle. Bad mistake that. Gary Coulter lost the ball in the tackle.
I think he snatched at it and trying to get hold of it before it was ready to get hold of.
Well, a little bit of relief from the pressure there. With a feeding offence at the scrum. So with about 16 minutes of this match to go, Keighley only 6 points adrift. It's only 1 score. I think the next score in this match will be vital, Norman. Whoever gets it, whichever side gets it, the next score is vital.
I do believe you're right there, and it could go either way at the moment.
And the ball is with Coulter, who's bundled into touch.
I don't think Coulter's having a very good game this afternoon. He was near the touchline there when he was tackled, and they hadn't much choice other than to go into touch, but he's not having his best game.
Here comes Swinton with the right winger, Ranson, in field again. It's been a feature of Swinton's play this afternoon, as both wingers have been prepared to come in field for the work. Mellin, the substitute, going at acting half-back, and finds Kerr, who switches it back to the blind side. Collis has a tangle with Tapea, who's with the ball now, hands on to Street. Bounces out of Mick Burke's tackle, runs cross-field and finds Snape, who dances inside. Forward. And the referee has signalled that's forward, so it's scrum down. Now, as we said earlier, that we both feel here that whoever gets the next score is vital into the outcome of this game. If Keighley get the next score, everything to play for back in the game. If Swinton get the next score, I feel the game could, at this stage, could be drifting away from them if Swinton get the next score. So, very important whoever gets this next score. Moses feeds the scrum, brings it away through Collis, looks to find Simpson, who cuts inside, but again there's good cover tackling by Swinton. 13 and 11 had broke well from the scrum. They come right across field and covered the winger there. They'll come inside. Here comes Andy Fairbanks looking to pass. He's going on his own, bounces the winger off, feeds Pat Mitchell inside. He's trying to go round. He's gone round the fullback, Johnson. Pat Mitchell skipped round. What a wonderful try that was.
A lovely try that. Andy Fairbank made it. He kept going, stumbled and managed to get his pass in to Mitchell, who went in for a lovely try.
Second try of the afternoon for Pat Mitchell there. He showed the fullback a clean pair of heels. He came inside him, went outside, but initially the work was done by Andy Fairbanks. I thought he'd done one of his plunging runs, and but he managed to wriggle through a couple of tackles, feed the ball inside just at the right time, and it brings Keighley right back into this game now. It's 16 points to 14 with Keith Dixon with the conversion. If he does have a good side, this must be his favoured side, with him being a left-footed kicker.
It's a hard kick though, Ian.
It is, with the breeze against him at the moment.
Yeah,
but it's quite capable of these, is Keith Dixon. Here comes left-footed. And capable he is, because he's just slotted that over.
It was a beauty.
To bring the scores level at 16 apiece.
So it's all to play for.
With 12 minutes of this match remaining, it's all to play for. At 16 apiece. Now let's hope that try can have given the Keighley team the lift that they need now, and we can get the ball back into the Swinton half and play the football that we know they're capable of. Certainly good entertainment for the spectators this afternoon at 16 apiece. A good close game. Here comes Gary Coulter. Gascoigne looking to bring somebody with him, but nobody there, so he has to take the tackle. Here comes Coulter again, looking for work. Look after the ball, Gary, good lad, he has done. Picked up well by McBurke. Keith Dixon has joined the line well. He's fed Mitchell, who's going on the outside. Oh, he's just bundled into touch there in an attempt to evade the tackle. He put his foot into touch. But again, Keighley tried to open the ball out, and they looked dangerous when they did that.
They did. Another 6 inches of ground there, and it'd have been past them. They just managed to make him step into touch.
Came into the line well there, did Keith Dixon. Made the extra man on this nice wide pitch. From the scrum, Swinton have possession. Edwards has linked in well there, off John Kerr. Here comes Morrison, driving the ball up hard, and they get position now on the halfway line, on the third tackle. There's Street, trying to bundle one off. The referee calls held. Kerr looking to throw a ball out, long ball, it's gone behind his support. Snapes had to go back to recover it, and in that instance they've lost ground because they're on the halfway line now. Now gap down the middle there. Nick Burt's closed it up well, and it's the last tackle. So the kick will come. Johnson aims a long drop goal from just inside his inside the Keighley half. It's drifted past the post. Probably worth the effort.
Worth a try there.
Good effort there from fullback Chris Johnson.
With about 8 minutes left, that point could have been priceless.
Unfortunately for Keighley, it drifted across this near side post, so we restart the game with a tap. But there is a substitution. The Keighley ply of using the tactical substitution, which we've seen throughout the season. It's continued here by forward Dave Cox coming back on to replace Gary Coulter. And Fairbank gains a good 10 metres from the resultant tap. There goes Rose. Had a hard game today as Kevin Rose stuck to the task well. Moses to Gascoigne, picks up Burke. John Collis in the line, files Carlton Farrell, who stood out wide. And again, the blue shirts are there. Here comes Dixon. Looks to find a ball, right with Kelly. Who brings Pat Mitchell inside. Throws it right to Gascoigne. Ooh, well spotted there by Morrison. There was danger down this side for Swinton if Cox could have got that ball away, but full credit to Morrison, who spotted the danger and came in there. There's Mick Burke just finishing off on the last tackle, using his experience by planting the ball into the Swinton half.
It was a good tackle there, wasn't it?
Certainly was.
7 minutes to go.
So 33 minutes of this second half gone, 7 minutes to go, and the score's tied at 16 apiece. Anyone's game at the moment. The ball is with Kerr, attempts to find Edwards, who finds Snape, who's skipping away. He's trying to take him on, he finds his wingman, Mitchell. Well covered there by Pat Mitchell, he got back well. Dangerous break by Swinton. And they're bringing the ball out right. Kerr again, always in things, John Kerr, this lively standoff. Always in the game. Oh, got the ball out well to the winger. Who's brought down short of the line. Right winger Ransom brought down short. Now then, oh, that ball must have been put down, it looked like it, but the referee's waving play out, and they're looking rather short here on the left-hand side. They've got the numbers of Swinton if they can capitalise on it. Thank goodness they can't. Oh, and the ball has... The referee has given a penalty there.
They should have sharp held or something to know what they're doing.
Well, I feel Keighley have been cruelly done to by that penalty, Norman. The man was stood up with the ball in his hands. He's attempting to struggle free from the tackle and unload the ball. And because the Keighley player has attempted to put him to the ground, the referee has penalised him. And this could be crucial.
Oh, it is. It's if he kicks this, it's with 5 minutes left.
He has kicked it. Keighley can certainly feel hard done to by that particular penalty, which Johnson has put over the 2 points to give his side a 2-point lead now with just 5 minutes of the game remaining. And Swinton now quite prepared to kick the ball downfield, get it away from their dangered area. Here comes Owen Simpson, nonchalantly taking it back there. One thing he didn't want was to be tackled behind his own try line, and he's just managed to get over that try line. But Keighley have got to bring it back now the length of the field if they're going to do anything. Keith Dixon certainly having a go. He's had a good game for full-back as Keith Dixon this afternoon. Gascoigne finds Farrell. Gets out of Snape's tackle, can't evade the wingman who'd come inside to smother him. Now then, can Keighley get back into this game? As Collis who's trying to throw the ball away in the tackle and he's lost possession. So Swinton now with possession deep in the Keighley 25. And Edwards with the ball, he's going to feed his wingman, who's going to go in at the corner. Ranson's in at the corner. The referee's given that one with just about 3 minutes of the game to go.
I think that sealed it.
That looks like the deciding score. Swinton right winger Ranson making amends for his earlier mistakes by holding on to that pass, going in at the corner to give his side a 6-point cushion. With the kick to come.
I just felt when that ball was kicked through and Simpson was chasing, he didn't go at it all out. It kind of idled it, going for the ball, and he was tackled very near the line when he did get it.
He was lucky actually to get over the line.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the man of the match for the Swinton side, sponsored by the club sponsors.
Johnson failed with the conversion.
Number 12, Shane Tobias.
So Swinton are 6 points to the good, with about 2.5 minutes of the game remaining. Keighley really need to get possession, get the ball back, get into good position if they're going to get back into this game. It's going to be a tall order for them at the moment, with only 2 minutes of the game to go. And Swinton, I would think, quite prepared to play it close through the forwards and then kick on the last tackle. Here comes the Swinton man of the match, Tapia, who passes on to Street, who got the ball out to Edwards, who did a bit of a football act there by kicking the ball up. Little misunderstanding there between John Collis and Carlton Farrell. He was asking him to come inside. He didn't come at the right time, and the ball on the floor. But they're in the wrong area of the field at the moment. The only way they can get out is by a grubber through.
It's any time now for the hooter. I don't think we've had many stoppages, if any, have we?
No, I don't think so, no. What do you feel of the keeper performance this afternoon then, Norman?
Well, they've played hard, and I don't think they can be altogether disappointed, but the Swinton came out in the second half with the tails up, and that's how it's been, in my opinion, practically all the second half. Keighley had the domination in the first half, but I believe Swinton has had the authority on the game in the second half.
Whatever the result, though, I feel that Keighley can take great heart from the performance. Swinton, it must be remembered, one of the so-called fancied side in the second division. And as you hear the hooter go there, as we said, Keighley have gone down this afternoon just by those 6 points, and have lost here at Station Road to Swinton by 22 points to 16.
You want to vote for the supporters coaches, you can do so right now.